do you turn your ideas into an effective reality for your private practice? That is the discussion for this particular video, and I'm going to help you to understand what you need to do as those first steps with your idea. So I work with quite a few people who have those fantastic ideas, and then their head is almost swimming with ideas. They don't know where to get started. They don't know how to get that idea into something that they can then turn into a fantastic asset for their business. So, hello, I'm Zoe Thompson from Build It Brilliant. For those that are new here, welcome. My YouTube channel is all about demystifying the world of technology and marketing for the helping professions, because I don't feel like that education should be trapped behind paywalls and lead you to a point where you're spending time, money, and effort on things that you don't really need. So I produce free videos every single week to help you to educate and inform so you can make better decisions about what's right for you and right for your business. So by all means, have a look at my channel, have a look at some of the content. And if you like what I'm doing here, then please do subscribe to my channel. It's really great to help the channel to grow, and you'll also get notified if you hit the bell button of the videos as I release them. So ideas then, what do I see in terms of what people usually do? People usually have brilliant ideas, or what they believe to be brilliant ideas, and then that excitement makes them kind of jump straight into the implementation stage. So they start looking at what technology they need, how do they market it, they kind of jump straight into the doing of that particular idea. Now, what does that lead to? It leads to lots of time, money, and effort spent on things that sit on shelves, don't get sold, nobody buys them, those sorts of things. And that's really disheartening, because you have dedicated yourself and your money and your effort into them, only to find out that it didn't quite work out how you thought it would. So which bit do I think's missing? I think that the strategic thinking is the bit that people don't do. I think that they don't do it because they don't know how to. And I also think they don't do it because it doesn't sound like the sexy stuff. Like, strategy sounds really boring. I hope that the way that I talk about strategy, I make it where it comes from a place that's exciting and inspiring. Because to me, why are you doing anything in your business if it doesn't feel good for you and it's not inspiring for you? But there is an element of putting your idea through your business strategy filter to check whether this idea that you have works as a viable part of your business and is a sensible thing to be doing, so that you don't end up running around like a busy fool doing 27 things and not getting to the goals and the outcomes that you want. Because ultimately, running your business should serve you, and it should allow you to achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. And if we don't at the beginning sit and think from that perspective and that point of view, then you can end up a real busy fool saying yes to all sorts of things, and not actually in a way that those things allow you to reach the point that you want to reach financially, personally, those sorts of things. So, strategy. It is the missing piece to turning your ideas into successful reality. Let me kind of help raise some of those questions, some of that awareness, so that you start thinking in that kind of way. So the first sort of element of strategy, I think, is it kind of comes from you. So how much time have you got to spend on this particular project? How much money do you need to earn from this particular project? And why does this particular thing, why is it you that needs to solve that particular problem? Or why is it you in particular who's passionate about this particular thing? The next part for me of strategy is around the customer. Is there a market for what it is that you're selling? Some market research into what people are willing to pay for, because there may be a difference between what you see as a need within the market and what your customer sees as a need and is willing to give money for and pay for. And so there's an element there about who is that customer and who is this for. And some of those questions can really help you to think what kind of knowledge, what kind of level is this customer at? So is this idea at a certain level of knowledge for your customer, in which case that might define what the content is going to be? Or is it to get them to, is it adding an additional service or an additional way of doing something to your business? There's loads and loads of questions to consider, because your idea, there's lots of ways to implement it. So one of the most popular things that I see people wanting to do is they have been delivering their one-to-one therapy style service for a while. They realize that they're repeating themselves, saying the same things. So they decide to create an online program with a load of resources in for their clients. That is very common and very popular. My questions with that are around what's the benefit of doing that? Is it that you want to sell it as an extra service, or is it that people at a certain knowledge level could maybe get educated into your particular approach? Or just adding an online program into your existing program is not sensibly business savvy strategy, because effectively you're going to spend all the time and effort building that particular product for no gain, because you're just going to give it to the existing clients that you've already got anyway. So there's no financial benefit to that time spent. So it's about looking at your business as a whole and saying, what is that strategic decisions in terms of what you want to achieve and where you want to go in your business, and the ideas, and fitting that together like a jigsaw puzzle. And the magic happens when all of the pieces fit together really sensibly into a plan. It might be that there is a way to get to your goals in a much quicker and easier way than what you're thinking about. It may be that your idea is great, but you just need to tweak it slightly to match the audience's needs. So that strategic element of what you do can really help you to turn your ideas into a viable reality, rather than, I've had this idea, I think it's great, and you run off down that implementation route with technology and investing time, money, and effort, only to find out that actually it takes you way too much time to implement, to run. It's not exactly what the client wanted. Nobody buys it, these sorts of things. So strategy is that missing piece. And I absolutely love when that strategy piece comes together, because I see people's kind of excitement light up and they realize with clarity and focus what it is that they want to create and in what way they want to create it. And I think from that position, then they make much better decisions when it comes to what technology am I going to use, or how am I going to market this particular thing. Those decisions come from a much better place. So with this in mind, this is why I wrote my book, which is the Build It Brilliant Blueprint, because I love this element. I really do think it's the secret to taking your ideas and making them into effective solutions. But obviously I'm one person and there's only so many people that I can help, and I help as many people as I can. But the Blueprint book allows you to have that knowledge in your hand and allows you to be able to to have all of that at your fingertips. So the feedback that I've had about the book is people saying that they wish that they'd had it sooner, and people saying that they like it as a reference book, that every time they have a new idea, they go back to the book and they almost, test that idea through the various points in the book to make sure that they've thought about it from that point of view. You can get my book on Amazon. I'll put the link in this video. I'll also put the link in the description. So if it's something that you do want, then you can go and grab yourself a copy. I appreciate that a book is not for everybody. Like, not everybody likes learning stuff from a book. So I hope that this video has helped you start to think about your idea from a strategic point of view and realize why that is important. I'll also put a link to my website, Build It Brilliant, because strategy, I absolutely love it. So if you do want more help with that, you can go to the website and have a look at what I offer. But in the meantime, in terms of how do you take an idea and turn it into an effective reality, the answer is strategic thinking. Think about it from a whole business point of view, where this fits within your business and how it helps you to achieve your goals, both personally, financially, and from a business perspective. Once those pieces come together, then you've got a really viable product to then go and test and see how it goes before you go full on crazy and spend loads of effort, time, and money in something only to be disappointed that it didn't quite turn out the way that you wanted it to. So I hope that has helped, and it's helped you to think a little bit more about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Please do like this video if you like what I've shared in it. Feel free to comment below in terms of have you got questions about this, then feel free to join in the discussion. It's always nice to see people's comments, and I do read them. That's it for this week's video, and I release a video every week, so I will see you next week for the next one.